Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Daivim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Udirayet Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Krishna Bhagavad Gita as it is ki jai. Grantraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai. Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai. Then I go from the Premanande. Hari Hari Bol, Hare Krishna. Okay, Hare Krishna. Everybody can hear my voice. Hope everybody's doing well. Okay. Please turn on your cameras now. Don't make me remind you. So from today, we are trying and beginning the Shloka memorizing and recitation program. So some of you must be already doing some of the verses, which is good. Because this is what I would want to do. This is what I know Maharaj would like to do as well. So I want to know with the beginners and the intermediate level devotees, your tutors have been doing very nice service towards all of you. So do you all know the Chatur Shloki of Bhagavad Gita? All of you know this? The one which says Aham Sarvasya Prabhava, those verses, please.
Bro, आपका voice बीच में गायब हो गया था, bro. We can't hear you. What did you say? At least I could not hear.
Okay. I said I wanted to know from the beginners level and the intermediate level devotees if they have recited or memorized the Chatur Shloki of Bhagavad Gita.
Prabhu, is it the seed verses?
Yeah, seed verses.
Yes, Prabhu.
Very good. Your tutors must have explained to you. This is very nice. Okay. So let us start with that now. This is something which is close to my heart, and we'll do it a bit systematic, So when when Krishnaraj is ready with all this uploading, then I'll request him to put it on the screen. But if you know the verses, then let us hear from each one of you from the Bhagavad Gita, the seed verses. If you can recite, please, Prabhuji. Just let me know if you can't hear my voice, okay? Yeah, Padma Prabhu, can you recite the verse, please? The first verse of Bhagavad Gita?
Yes, Prabhu. Shall I start, Prabhu?
Yes, please.
You're going to repeat after me?
We all will repeat after you, all of us.
Yes, Prabhu. Aham sarvasya prabho.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mattah sarvam pravartate.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Buddha Bhava Samanvita.
Buddha Bhava Samanvitaha. Yes,
Shall I
continue with the
continue?
English translation.
Through translation, I don't remember.
Oh, okay. So we should learn the Sanskrit and the English translation also. Okay. Right. So once Krishnadas is ready, he'll show the translation. We'll try and learn it by heart too. Okay, continue with the second verse. By the time he comes back, he's uploading things on YouTube and Facebook.
Machita Madgata Prana.
Machita Madgata Prana
Bodhayanta Parasparam.
Bodhayantaha Parasparam
Kathayanta Shamam Nityam.
Kathayantascha Mam Nityam
Tushyanti Cha Ramanti Cha.
Tushyanti Cha Ramanti Cha. Yes, translation you don't know for any of them, right?
No problem.
Okay. Let's continue. Third one.
Tesham Satata Yuktanam.
Tesham Sadata Yuktanam
Bhajatam Priti Purvakam.
Bhajatam Priti Purvakam
Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam.
Dadami Buddhi Yogam Tam
Ye Namamupayanti Te.
Ye Namamupayanti Te. Now, do you know it is by heart or you're reading somewhere?
No, bro, I learn all the four verses.
Very good. Then close your eyes and repeat. Now the fourth verse now. Thank you.
Tesham Evanukam Partham.
Tesham evanukam partham
Aham Ajnanajam Tamah.
aham agnana jantamaha
Nashama Atma Bhavasto.
nasiyami atma bhavasto
Jnanadipena Bhashvatah.
jnanadeepe na bhasvata. Very nice. Okay, now for the English translation, who has come now from the beginners or the intermediate level devotees? Okay. Okay. Now I think Krishna is ready. So what we'll do is now we will try and memorize the translation as well. Okay. We'll do the first verse. Now you are very lucky today. You're very fortunate that you get the opportunity to do this. Yeah. Others, when they come, they can come, but we'll start with you now. Okay. Okay. Let's start now. Krishna, whenever you're ready, please. Thank you. Just a translation. Bring it up in the middle, please. The translation. Right.
Shall I start from
Yes, please.
translation by Srila Prabhupada?
Ki jai.
Translation. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
I
Everything
am the
emanates,
source of all spiritual and material worlds.
everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who knows this perfectly
The wise who know this perfectly
engage in my devotional service
engage in my devotional service
and worship me with all their hearts.
and worship me with all their hearts. Okay, who would like to repeat after you now? We'll recite this about 5 times, and then each one of us will then try and speak this. Who would like to do this, please? Repeat now. Take the lead.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes,
Very
please continue. Please start. Very nice.
Hare Krishna. I am the source of all the spiritual and material worlds.
I am the
Everything-
source of all spiritual and material worlds. Please, everybody should repeat like this.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who know this perfectly engage in my
The wise who
devotional
know this
service
perfectly
engage in my devotional service,
engage in my devotional service,
and worship me with all their hearts.
and worship me with all their hearts. Thank you. Who would like to go next now?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hari Bol, Mother, please start. Please start. Wonderful.
I am the source
I am the source
The source
of all spiritual and material worlds.
of all
of all spiritual and
material
material worlds.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who perfectly
That is a new translation.
The wise
Change
of no.
translation. This is the old translation, original. The wise who know this perfectly.
the wise who know this perfectly
The wise who know this perfectly
engage in my devotional service
engage
engage in my devotional service
and worship me with all their hearts.
and worship
and worship me with all their hearts. Thank you very much. Who would like to go now? So, Prabhu, please, if you can read, please. Are you there, Sopan Prabhu? Hare Krishna.
To say.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hari Bol. I think your two phones are together, okay? Very close to each other, two phones. So either you can mute one of them.
I have.
That's how the echo comes, you know?
No, say you know by heart.
This one.
Do you know that by heart?
Yes, Mother. Very good, Mother. Sing. Say the translation. Sing. Translation.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything
I am the source. We'll repeat after you, okay? I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
Words.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The why everything is from me. The why do you know this perfectly?
The wise
The
who know this
wise who know this perfectly
Engage my the wise who
engage in my
engage in my
devotional
service
very
and,
good. Engage in my devotional service
and worship me with all their heart.
and worship me with all their heart.
their hearts.
I think because I was breaking him and repeating, that's why he forgot that line, you know? The continuity. Very good. Mother knows by heart. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, who would like to go next now?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Prabhu, please read.
The thoughts of my pure devotees.
No. We are translation. What is there on the screen, Prabhuji?
Oh, I can't see the screen.
It's shared on the screen.
No, Prabhuji, I can't see.
It is shared on the screen. Probably you are on some other. Just
No, yeah, I can.
Use a finger to move. Yeah.
Yeah. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who know this perfectly.
The wise who know this perfectly.
Engage in my devotional service.
Engage in my devotional service.
And worship me with all their hearts.
And worship me with all their hearts. Very nice. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Who would like to go next now? If you want me to ask you, I can keep asking you. Don't worry. Shubhadra, Hare Krishna, you are there? Please read now. Your turn now. Then all of you should recite. Then we are going to close this and you're going to memorize this. Okay? So don't think once you've spoken, so you can now go and do something else. Recite with everybody. So more we recite, the more we get opportunity to remember this translation also. Please, please. Are you there, Shubhadra? Okay, policy is not there. Okay, Suchi, Hare Krishna, mother. Your turn now.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Yes, please.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who know this perfectly
The wise who know this perfectly
engage in my devotional service
engage in my devotional service
and worship me with all their hearts.
and worship me with all their hearts. Very nice. Thank you. Who like to go next now?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Haribol mother. Please, please.
I am the source of
I am the source of
all spiritual and material world.
all spiritual and material worlds.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who knows this perfectly
The wise who know this perfectly
engage in my devotional service
engage in my devotional service
and worship me
and worship me
with all their hearts.
with all their hearts. Thank you very much. Okay. Now what we'll do is we will have one of us now will, without looking, the devotee will speak and others will follow. They will learn it by heart. Okay. Who would like to do this, please?
I will do this, Prabhuji.
You do this, okay? Very nice. Let us do all of us. So what we'll do, the thing is now, he will recite, he'll close his eyes and recite. We will also close our eyes and recite. My eyes will be open. I'll look at everybody of you. Okay. So you're not reading. And then every one of us will then remember and recite this. Okay. There's no hiding on this. If you miss today's program, the next program will hold you. And then next program. This is for everyone's betterment. Okay. Don't think it is for any trouble for anybody. All right. Let us start now. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm
Please
so
recite. Oh, who's speaking now? It's not Sita Prabhu. It's somebody else speaking. Oh, is it Subhadra? Okay, okay. You want to say? We'll give Subhadra a chance. Okay, now speak the. We'll repeat after you, please.
I'm Sarvasa Prabhu.
Aham
No, just a
Sarvasya.
translation. Just a
Just that.
translation.
I am the source of all.
I'm the source of all the spiritual and material worlds.
I am the
I am the source of
all
all spiritual and material
and
worlds.
material worlds.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who know this perfectly
The
The wise who know this perfectly
engage in my devotional service
engage in my devotional service
and worship me with all their hearts.
and worship me with all their hearts. Very nice. Okay, wonderful. So now, Sridhar Prabhu, now we will start with those who would be like to recite without reading. So those who are switched off the camera, they'll be asked to do it first. Okay, it's up to you. We'll start with Sridhar Prabhu first. Yes, Sridhar Prabhu, please start. And everybody will recite after you. We'll switch off the Krishnadas. Now, can you switch off this thing, please? Screen share. Thank you. Yes, please.
Okay. I'm the source of all spiritual and material world.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who know this perfectly
The wise who know this perfectly
engage in my devotional service
engage in my devotional service
and worship me with all their hearts.
and worship me with all their hearts. Very nice. Let's have children first now. Navina, it's your turn now. Close your eyes and you
Close
would
your
know
eyes.
this translation, but you will know
Close
the
your
old translation. Start now.
I'm the source
I am
I
the
am the source
of all spiritual
of
of
all
all
spiritual
spiritual
and material worlds.
and
and
material
material
worlds.
worlds.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything
Everything
emanates from
emanates
me.
from me.
The wise who perfectly knows this
The wise
The
who
wise who know
perfectly
this
know
perfectly
this
engage in my devotional service
engage in my devotional service
service
and worship me with all their hearts.
and worship me with all their hearts. It's okay. The change translation is still all right. Don't worry. That's okay. We have learned the same way with Guru Maharaj. This is how Maharaj used to do with us. So I'm not doing anything new. This is how Maharaj used to do. Now close the book and start. We don't have a computer or Zoom at that time. We had books. Okay. All right. Okay, Madhav, your turn again, please. Do it without reading. I know you've done it before also. Please do it. Yes. Yes. Hold your hands now. Always fold your hands, okay?
I am the source of all the
I'm the source of all the spiritual material worlds.
I am
Everything,
the source of
all
all spiritual and material worlds.
everything emanates from me.
everything
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who know this perfectly
the
The
wise who
wise who know this perfectly
engage in my daily service
engage in my
engage in my devotional service
and worship me with all their hearts.
and worship me with all their hearts. Very nice. Okay, Shubhadra, now it's your turn without reading. I know you also know this by heart. Just do it. Close your eyes,
yes.
hold your hands, and repeat. We'll repeat after you.
Come sit down. Madhu,
It's not tap screen.
I am the source of
I'm the source of all the spiritual and material worlds.
It's not the.
I
There is no the in it. Madhu also says the. There is no the. I am the source of all the spiritual world. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Okay, try this one.
And I'm the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
I am the source of all
all the
spiritual and
spiritual
material worlds.
worlds.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything
Everything emanates from me.
emanates from me.
The wise who know this perfectly
The
The
wise
wise who know this perfectly
perfectly
engage in my daughter's service
engage in my
engage in my devotional service
service
and worship me with all their hearts.
and
and
worship me
worship
with
me with
their
all their
heart.
hearts. Very nice. Now it's my turn, okay? So I'll try to learn in different groups. So there are 5 points mentioned in this translation. So first is, I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me. The wise who know this perfectly engage in my devotional service and worship me with all their hearts. Hare Krishna. Very nice. Okay. I don't know. Omji, can you please recite, please,
Hare Krishna,
without
Prabhu.
reading, closing your eyes, please. You will
Yes,
read and
Prabhu. Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay.
I am the source of
We
all
can't see
spirit.
you. I don't know whether you're reading or not reading.
Yes, sir. Sorry, Prabhuji, it would take a little time for me to settle down the things.
Okay. Okay. Just start. No worry. Let's move on. We'll trust you when you say you're not watching. That's all right. We'll follow you.
I am the source of all spiritual and material world.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who knows this perfectly
The wise who know this perfectly
engages in my devotional service
engage in my devotional service
and worship me with all their hearts.
and worship me with all their hearts. Very good. Very good. It's nearly there. Just try once more.
I am the source of all spiritual and material world.
It worlds, it's multiple. Not world, it's worlds. Okay. Start again.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who knows this perfectly
The wise who know this perfectly. It's not knows. Okay. The wise who know this perfectly. Yeah. Continue.
the wise who know this perfectly
The wise who know this perfectly.
engages in my devotional service.
No. Engage in my devotional service.
Engage in my devotional service
Engage in my devotional service
and worship me with all their hearts.
and worship me with all their hearts. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, who would like to go next now? Padumna ji, are you there?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes,
Yes, Prabhu.
you started off, right?
Yes, Prabhu.
Very good. Just close your eyes and do it again now. Wonderful. One more time.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who know this perfectly
The wise who know this perfectly
engage in my devotional service
engage in my devotional service
and worship me with all their hearts.
and worship me with all their hearts. Very good. Perfect. Okay, who would like to go now? It's okay if you can make mistakes. I make a lot of mistakes. Don't worry. Mistake is not something bad. We're just learning. This is called learning. Nobody is learned. If we know this in our sense of birth, we are liberated already. So don't worry. Just start. We're helping each other.
I'll go next.
Are you trying to say, Suchi Mataji? We can't hear you.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Who's speaking? Both of them are speaking now. Who's first? Both are closed down now. So you decide. Okay, all right, we'll do. Let Suchi Mataji start. Let us Suchi Mataji there. Okay? Come.
Should I start to move? Am I audible?
You're starting from moon, you know.
Am I audible now?
Yes, much better. Thank you.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who know this perfectly
The wise who know this perfectly
engage in my devotional service
engage in my devotional service
and worship me with all their hearts.
and worship me with all their hearts. Very nice, very nice. Okay, now your turn, Shushti Mataji. You ready?
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who know this perfectly
The wise who know this perfectly
engage in my devotional service
engage in my devotional service
and worship me with all their hearts.
and worship me with all their hearts. Very nice. Okay, wonderful. Now see those what others have not come for intermediate and now. What is that? They should inform us if they're not coming. Okay. Please, tutors, if you can let your teams know, if they're not coming, let them inform. Sorry, I'm not able to come. You can't just not show up, What if we don't show up sometime like this? All of you are standing and I don't show up, That's not the case. Okay, now what we'll do is, now we'll need one volunteer who will recite the verse and the translation together now, okay? One at a time. It's very simple. You know this now. It's very nice. So what happens is in your preaching and your understanding, both are linked together, nicely. Okay? So don't worry. It's all good. No need to panic or stress. It's for helping only ourselves. We are not doing anything for stressing.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Okay, Hare Krishna, Novina ji.
Aham sarvasya prabhaho.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mataha sarvam pravartate.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Buddha bhava samanvitaha.
Buddha bhava samanvitaha.
Translation.
I am the source of
I'm the source of
all spiritual and material worlds.
all spiritual and material worlds.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who perfectly knows this
The wise who know this perfectly
engage in my devotional service
engage in my devotional service
and worship me with all their hearts.
and worship me with all their hearts. Very good. Who'd like to go now next?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Subhadra ji. Let's start.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham
Sarvasya prabhavo.
Matta sarvam pravartate.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Iti matva bhajanti mam.
Iti matva bhajante mam.
Buddha bhava samanvita.
Buddha bhava samanvitaha.
I am the source of all the spiritual and material worlds.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who know this perfectly
The wise who know this perfectly
engage in my devotional service
engage in my devotional service
and worship me with all their heart.
and worship me with all their heart. Very good. Now, Madharji, will you like to sing? Madharji?
Yes.
Boliye. Say, do it now. Very good.
Shasya Prabhavo
Aham
Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo
Matasham Pravartate
Mataha Sarvam Pravartate
Iti Mata Prasanti Mam
Iti Matva Bhajante Mam
Buddha Bhava Samimita
Buddha
Buddha Bhava Samanvitaha
The thoughts of I'm the source of
I am the source of
all the aspects of material worlds.
all spiritual and material worlds.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The why know this perfectly.
The wise who know this perfectly
Engage in my two service
engage in my devotional service
and worship me with all their heart.
and worship me with all their hearts. Very nice. Very nice. Okay, Suchi Mataji, will you like to sing, please? And the translation also.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo
Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo
mata sarvam pravartate
Mattah Sarvam Pravartate
iti matva bhajante mam
Iti Matva Bhajante Mam
buddha bhava samanvita.
Buddha Bhava Samanvitaha.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who know this perfectly
The wise who know this perfectly
engage in my devotional service
engage in my devotional service
and worship me with all their hearts.
and worship me with all their hearts. Very good, very good. Yes, Suchi Mataji.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo
Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo
matta sarvam pravartate
Mattah Sarvam Pravartate
iti matva bhajante mam.
Iti Matva Bhajante Mam
Buddha bhava samanvita.
Buddha Bhava Samanvitaha.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who know this perfectly
The wise who know this perfectly
engage in my devotional service
engage in my devotional service
and worship me with all their hearts.
and worship me with all their hearts. Okay, very nice, very nice. Okay, Omji, you said it. Do you आपने किया? Om Prabhu, you said.
No, Prabhu.
Okay, your turn then.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo
Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo
mata sarvam pravartate
Mattah Sarvam Pravartate
iti matva bhajante mam
Iti Matva Bhajante Ma
buddha bhava samanvitaha.
Buddha Bhava Samanvitaha.
I am the source of all material. I am the source of all spiritual and material world.
Very good. I am the source of all spiritual and material world.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who know this perfectly
The wise who know this perfectly
engages in my devotional service
engage in my devotional service
and worship me with all their hearts.
and worship me with all their hearts. Very good. Just engage, not engage. That's all right. They're not small things, no problem. Okay, anyone for this remaining? Okay, anyone of you from our leaders program, would like to recite? Please feel free. Volunteers.
So I can.
You want to sing? Okay, I think you did that. You already done. I'm saying from the leaders program. All our stalwart leaders. Anyone from there, please? Krishnadas?
Hare Krishna.
Yes.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mother. Hare Krishna.
Aham sarvasya prabho.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Mataha sarvam pravartate.
Mattaha sarvam pravartate.
Iti matva bhajante maam.
Iti matva bhajante ma.
Buddha bhava samanvitaha. I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds. Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who perfectly knows this,
The wise who perfectly know this,
engage in my devotional service,
engage in my devotional service,
and worship me with all their hearts.
and worship me with all their hearts. Okay, you also have the new translation, the latest translation. It's hard to change that once you know that, That's all right. There's nothing much. It's fine. Yes, Krishnadas, your turn now.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Mata sarvam pravartate.
Mattah sarvam pravartate.
Iti matva bhajante maam.
Iti matva bhajante ma.
Buddha bhava samanvita.
Buddha bhava samanvitaha.
Buddha bhava samanvitaha.
Buddha bhava samanvitaha.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who know this perfectly
The wise who know this perfectly
engage in my devotional service.
Engage in my devotional service.
Worship me with all their hearts.
And worship me with all their hearts. Very nice. Okay, anyone else want to do so from the leaders?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Aham sarvasya prabho.
Aham sarvasya prabhavo.
Mataha sarvam pravartate.
Mattah sarvam pravartate.
Iti matva bhajante maam.
Iti matva bhajante ma.
Buddha bhava samanvitaha.
Buddha bhava samanvitaha.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
I am the source of all spiritual and material worlds.
Everything emanates from me.
Everything emanates from me.
The wise who know this perfectly,
The wise who know this perfectly,
engage in my devotional service,
engage in my devotional service,
and worship me with all their hearts.
and worship me with all their hearts. Okay, wonderful. Hare Krishna. Okay, now we've got some time left. How many the time now? About 14 minutes. Okay, we can do the next verse. Okay, the second verse now. Krishnadas, can you show this on the screen, please? Okay, who would like to volunteer on this, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes. Navina, please start.
Machita
Machita
Matagata Prana
Madagata Prana
Bodhayanta Parasparam
Bodhayantah Parasparam
Katayantascha Mamityam
Katayantascha
Mam
Mamityam.
Nityam
Anadamanticha
Tushyanti cha ramanti cha. See, your connection is a little poor today. Okay, thank you very much. Would like to read again. Next one, please. Next devotee.
No need to raise your hands. Just go ahead and
Yeah, just jump in, please. Thank you.
Machita madgata prana
Machita madgata prana
bodhayanta parasparam
bodhayantah parasparam
kathayantascha mam nityam
kathayantascha mam nityam
tushyanti cha ramanti cha.
tushyanti cha ramanti cha. Very nice. I think most of you, most of us know the Sanskrit. You have the seed verses here. So let us come to the translation, which we are not, which we are a little unsure about. So Krishnadas, can you show the translation, please? Right. Now, who would like to read the translation, please? And everybody will recite together, following the person. Devotee.
Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Mother. Hare Krishna, Ravina. Please start.
The thoughts of my pure devotees
The thoughts of my pure devotees
in me
dwell in me.
their lives are fully surrendered to me.
Their lives
Their
are
lives are
surrendered to me.
surrendered to
And they
me,
derive satisfaction
and they derive great satisfaction
and bliss, enlightening one another and conversing about me.
enlightening one another and conversing about me. Now, this is quite different to the latest version, But we'll stick to what this is, yeah? So repeat after me, please. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me.
The thoughts of my pure
devotees dwell in me.
Their lives are surrendered to me, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss, enlightening one another and conversing about me. Again, there are 5 points here. Okay. Who would like to volunteer, please? Are the volunteers, please?
The thoughts, Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Hari Bol, Mother. Please.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me.
Their lives are fully devoted to my service.
Their lives are fully devoted to my service.
And they derive great satisfaction.
And they derive
great satisfaction.
No. Repeat again. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me.
Yes,
Their lives are fully devoted to my service.
The lives are surrendered to me.
Their lives are surrendered to me.
Their lives are surrendered to me.
They drive.
And they derive great satisfaction and bliss.
And they derive great satisfaction and bliss.
From always enlightening one another and requesting about me.
Enlightening one
another. Conversing about me.
Sorry, Prabhuji, she remembered the old one.
Old translation. You know the new one. See,
no.
There's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully devoted to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss from always enlightening one another and conversing about me. This is a new translation here. So that's all right. Don't worry. Don't stress. It's a good translation. So she knew that also. No problem. So either way you know the old one or new one, that's fine. No problem. Just continue. I hope Madhav will like to sing. Madhavji?
Yes.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Wonderful, Madhavji. Start now.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me.
Their lives are surrendered to me.
Their lives are surrendered to me.
And they derive great satisfaction and bliss.
And
they
they
derive great satisfaction and bliss.
and bliss.
Enlightening one another and expressing about me.
Enlightening one another and conversing about me. Very good. Very good. Okay. Now, you don't mind if you know the old translation, that is fine. Okay. Or the new translation, that's also fine. Don't worry. That's all good. Even we remember the new translation. Because with Guru Maharaj, we did not know about the old and new and all this jumbling going on, you know. So Maharaj used to just read the latest book and we'll remember the words in translation. No problem. Yes, who'd like to read now?
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me.
The
Their
thoughts
lives
of
are
my pure devotees dwell in me.
Their lives are surrendered to me,
Their lives are surrendered to me,
and they derive great satisfaction
and they derive great
and bliss,
satisfaction and bliss,
enlightening one another and conversing about me.
enlightening one another and conversing about me. Okay. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, please.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me.
Their lives are surrendered to me.
Their lives are fully surrendered to me,
And they derive great satisfaction and bliss.
And they derive great satisfaction and bliss.
Enlightening one another and conversing about me.
Enlightening one another and conversing about me. Very nice. So I'm used to the new translation, you know. The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me. Their lives are fully surrendered to my service, and they derive great satisfaction and bliss by always conversing one another, enlightening one another and conversing about me. That's all right. Wonderful. Thank you. Who would like to go next, please?
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me.
Their lives are surrendered to me.
Their lives are surrendered to me.
And they derive great satisfaction.
And they derive great satisfaction.
And bliss, enlightening one another.
And bliss, enlightening one another.
And conversing about me.
And conversing about me. Thank you very much.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me.
Their lives are surrendered to me.
Their lives are surrendered to me.
They derive great satisfaction and bliss.
They derive great satisfaction and bliss.
Enlightening one another and conversing about me.
Enlightening one another and conversing about me. Very good. Very good. Who'd like to go next now? What about Prajakta? Sorry, I was saying that. Somebody there? Please come. Feel free.
The thoughts of this.
Yes, I think we should have Pradyumna first and then Pradyumna Prabhu first and then Prajakta. Okay. Yes, Pradyumna Prabhu, you're first.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me.
Their lives are surrendered to me.
Their lives are surrendered to me.
And they derive great satisfaction and bliss.
And they derive great satisfaction and bliss.
Enlightening one another.
Enlightening one another.
And conversing about me.
And conversing about me. Okay, thank you.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me.
Their lives are surrendered to me.
Their lives are surrendered to me.
And they derive great satisfaction and bliss.
And they derive great satisfaction and bliss.
Enlightening one another and conversing about me.
Enlightening one another and conversing about me. Very nice. Thank you. Who would like to go next now? Anyone from the leaders group?
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me.
Their lives are surrendered unto me.
Their lives are surrendered to me.
The lives are surrendered to me.
Their lives are surrendered to me.
And they derive great satisfaction and bliss.
And they derive great satisfaction and bliss.
Enlightening one another and conversing about me.
Enlightening one another and conversing about me.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Abuji, Hari Bol.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me.
The thoughts of my pure devotees dwell in me.
Their lives are surrendered to me.
Their lives are surrendered to me.
And they derive great satisfaction and bliss.
And they derive great satisfaction and bliss.
Enlightening one another.
Enlightening one another.
And conversing about me.
And conversing about me. Very nice. Very nice. Okay. So should we try with closing the browser here? Is it possible? Or you want some more time? Okay, one more. Okay. All right. Now we will have to do the recitation and the English translation. Okay. I think we are up for time now. There's not much time left. So what we'll do is, this will be our next time's recitation. All right, whenever we do this. Is that okay? This verse. Now I wanted to know, this is very important to Mahavishnu Goswami Maharaj, you know. This is very, very important. Both the shlokas and recitation. So it can get a little taxing, but it can be very nice as well. And what happens is, those, as we grow old, our absorption power becomes very slow, you know. The youngsters have got brain which is like a sponge, you know. Whatever you tell them, they'll accept it. They're learning all the time, youngsters. But as you grow old, it becomes very hard to remember and to get it. It's very, very hard, you know. And I can tell you how Maharaj used to do is that Maharaj would know the new verse. He would remember the verse, Maharaj, and then since morning till night, Maharaj would keep on remembering the verse while folding the bed, you know, iron the clothes, this. He would remember the verse. By the evening, he remembers the whole verse. Because at that age, 80 plus, you know, this is how Maharaj would remember the verse throughout. So we are not that old, but at the same time, we're also growing old, you know. So I just thought we should have this also as one of the opportunities. So I encourage all of you, don't wait for the program to happen and then you memorize the verse. You must do it beforehand also in the free time, you know, the English translation at least for these two, so we can move to the next one. Okay, is it a good idea? Yeah, okay, wonderful. Hare Krishna. So with this, we'll complete today's, we'll finish today's program on Shloka recitation. And our YouTube followers who are following us on YouTube now, we will disconnect from YouTube for brief seconds and then we'll reconnect again. So don't go away, be there, we'll be with you, same place.